I think we're good. Let me see. Test. Let me mess with the light just a smidgen. I think that works. Yeah, we gotta figure out what the channel level settings. No. Discard changes. All right, click this. Hey. How do I change the backup server? Blah 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 blah. Enable auto start. Low latency, normal latency. All right, mental. None. I'm not even gonna make it mental because I keep doing this and then I don't follow up. All right, so my little handy dandy notepad here. Figure out how to get better bit rate because right now I'm at 26. I should be at like 6,000. That's crazy to me. All right. Hey. Can't see chat. Let me see. Does that work? No, chat is broken again. How you'll appear. So let me try and close that. And then open the dock back up. YouTube Live control panel. I'm here. Oh, there it is. Okay, it just took a second. Okay. We're good. Hey. What's going on, Yoko? How you doing? Good evening, or morning, or afternoon, or wherever you are. Man, we got a bunch of news this week. It's like so much stuff happening. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, Zekrom, I was literally like walking to my computer and I was looking at my phone like, oh, really? More reveals? Alphamon mains out there, happy. People digging their Orumons out of the trash. Like, where was that? Where was that thing? Let's move this over there. I don't. It seems all right. The Kosuke Tamer I wasn't too enthused by, but you use a bit rate of. They keep telling me to like. They recommend me to use a higher bit rate, but there's nowhere for me to do that. Is there? Oh, there is. Okay. I don't know if I can change it now though. We're gonna try. If the stream blows up, it's Neil Chimera's fault. It's his fault, not mine. I didn't do anything. And by anything I mean everything. Half of that's true. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, the black green stuff is all X antibody, isn't it? Hey Adam, what's up, man? Doing pretty good. It's been a good week. Got my runs in. Did a little bit went to a bit of locals. It's nice to actually be able to go back to locals. Because of all the wedding prep, I haven't been to locals in like a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. And so it's just so nice to actually get back to like really like having free time again. You know what I mean? Oh, and then I went to locals and just got the first locals I went to I won, but it was just me and another guy, and the match is over. The game was over in like 5 minutes. I feel so bad. I was playing the first night I was playing Yellow Vaccine, and it's like, all right, great hand. Open up, I get Patamon in my hand, I get Yellow Memory Boost, and I get Yellow Training. And then I've got my level 3 in hands that I need, and my level 5 or level 6. And so, no, level 3. I got my level 5 and level 6 in hand after that. So, Patamon and Raising, pull him out. Next turn, or when I pull him out, look through security, find Bulkamon, drop Bulkamon on Patamon. Countermon gives him jamming, swing for 2. Immediately evolve into the Chinmonmon, unsuspend, attack again. So this guy's like on second turn 2, he's got like 2 security left. And he's like, I guess I'll just Digivolve and Racing. Oh, I was like, I'm so sorry, sir. So we played a first to 3. It's I envy players in the West so much being able to play BL3s. Hey, Dio has beans? Yeah, from the UK. That sounds about right. What's going on? Hey, Spyro, glad you caught one live as well. Yeah. But I felt kind of bad. Like when you high roll, sometimes you're just like, that's not what the deck normally does, but I'll take it. And then last night I posted up my logs, but man, I was so dejected. Especially the second game when I was like, all right, this guy's playing like Mega Zoo, like focus on Omnimon. He was playing this like version where he uses the Dark Masters and the level 5s and the level 6s, where you like drop a hard play level 6 or hard level 5, and then you at the end of turn destroy it and then play level 6 into Raising, and then pull the level 6 out and then go into an Omnimon. And I was like, all right, I need to go really fast and I need to hit really hard, and I gotta also like choke him out so he gets like nothing on a single turn. So I'm like, all right, here's what I'll do. I'll drop a level 4 Greymon that has security attack +1, and then the next turn I'm gonna go dummy stupid with my trainings and my Greymon X antibody, the limited one. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. Turn comes, I go out and I get to my War Greymon. I swing for 4 security checks, and the first 2 security checks are Matt and Tide, the BT5 ones, the ones that nobody uses anymore. They give your Digimon security attack +1, your Omnimons, and then they give you 2 memory if your opponent has a level 6 on board. And so I choked him out at 1 memory. And because the double Matt and Ty came out, he started with 5 for the turn. And, you know, after that, I was like, well, this game's over. And so after I lost, I was like, let's just see what your other security were. Lo and behold, the last security was another Matt and Ty tamer. So sometimes it bees like that, you know. Let's see. What are we going to do today? I figured I'd ramble for a bit while folks are getting into the room. But I actually made a list. So I want to go over some of the decks that folks asked about. Folks were asking about, from the Meta Report, they were asking about Imperialdramon. They were asking about Alphamon. Folks are also asking about Numon again, as well as Gammamon. So we'll take a look at a Numon deck if we can. Gammamon, if I could find one. I think I did, though. Outside of that, we got to talk about this Digimon project. It is the last day of November, and that means that there's a chance we can get more information on it tomorrow. Although usually I've learned that when a game company says that more info is coming in X month, they don't mean that month day 1. They mean that month last day of month. So on New Year's Eve, I can expect some actual info on the Digimon project. Outside of that, we got there's a lot of stuff about secret. Speaking of Collision, Collusion would be a funny effect name, but no. Collision from Secret Crisis. There's a bunch of stuff that came out of Secret Crisis this week, and that was pretty cool by a famed Digimon player here in Tokyo, Diginogen. And then I guess while we're here, I figure it's a good idea to take a look at some of the new cards that they just revealed tonight. I think in the most recent Digimon video, the Digimon card game video. So they don't have this equivalent in English, and I wish they did, but there is in Japanese. There's a group of people that like do Digimon content, but it's like sponsored by Bandai. It's all Bandai stuff. It's in their office. They hire these people, and they like kind of like sometimes give out information. Sometimes they like do battles, and they like show it off. And yeah, one of those that they released, I think tonight, they showed up some of the new Dorumon support for BT16. That'll be cool to see. So I guess I figure we'll take a look at that real quick while we're here. Let me just pop over to the right. Put this right here. So let me get set up real quick, y'all. What do I think of Collision? I'm a little afraid. I'll keep it a bug. Collision kind of scary. All right, so Dorumon. The first one up is Dorumon. There we go. Perfect. That is not my right monitor. What is that? Hold on. Hey, there we go. All right. Oh, that's my other. That's my camera for cards. Must have been left on from before. I was playing a little bit. All right. Let me do that. Nope. Nice try, East. Hitting the wrong things on your keyboard. There we go. So yeah, the images are not great, unfortunately, but we can get enough here. So they released some new cards for the Dorumon line. I don't think we got level 3, level 4, and then the Tamer. I don't know if we got a level 5 or level 6, but I assume no. So let's see. Dorumon BT16 black purple. This is nice for the old Alphamon stuff. Comes from a Dorumon for 0. Everything else 1. That's rough. I imagine we're gonna start seeing a lot more of this, where they want to lock Digimon into their lines and not make them so generic. So we'll start to see this creep up, where you'll have like cost like 1 or 2 from level 2. So start of your main phase. From your hand, you can play a Kosuke. Oh, you can put a Kosuke up. Oh, he's kind of like Lugomon. He's kind of like Lugomon, where start of your main phase, you like just slot a Tamer up underneath him, and then you get an effect. His effect is once you slot the Tamer up underneath him, the Kosuke Tamer, which we'll talk about in just a second, until the end of your opponent's turn, this card cannot be. Oh. Other than destruction, it can't be removed from the battle area. Interesting. So you can't de-digivolve. I guess you can't de-digivolve level 3 anyway. You can't return to hand or like put in security. So it's really weird how they worded this, where normally you would say like the things that it can't be removed by, but this one they do the opposite. They say it can be removed only in this way. So you have to destroy it. Whether that's by battle or by just, delete Digimon. And then yeah, inheritance is kind of meh. Plus 1,000 DP on all turns, so it's just a blanket plus 1,000. That's pretty common for some of the cards like this, isn't it? You hope it's a sim. I'll withhold my judgment. Let me see here. That's my syllabus. All right, so the next one they showed up right after that was this one, which is Dorugamon. And I love the artwork for this. Who did it? I thought it was Koki, but it's not. It's not weird enough to be Koki. Actually, this picture is actually way bigger. So this one, let's see. Ooh, yeah, they're starting to do it. You can definitely see 3 costs on a level 4. It's happening. It's happening. So he comes from special rules. He comes from a Dorumon or Sons of Chaos type level 3 for 2 cost. Okay, so he's like basically fully integratable with all of the Seeker stuff. And then he has Collision. Oh. Ooh. Why would I want Dorugamon to have Collision? Interesting. Okay, so he's got Collision, and on play and on Digivolve, you can discard a card from your hand and draw a card, and then after that, if you have any Sons of Chaos cards or a Tame, or you have Sons of Chaos Tamer up underneath him, till the end of your opponent's turn, your opponent's Digimon gains start of the main phase. This Digimon has to attack. Okay, so it's kind of like the forced attack. What's the name of that option that does that? What's that black option card? Laplace Demon or something like that? Let me see here. Watch your boy. Mine like a steel trap. I know. Laplace's demon. Let's do this for the folks at home. Thanks, Toddy. I did get that message. Thank you for letting me know about the Japanese stuff. So yeah, until the end of same effect here. So it basically gives you Laplace demon or a Doraemon. How would that be useful? How would that be useful? I don't know. We'll have to probably see it. Hopefully there's a level 5 here that we can use. But what is cool is this is actually used with, or it can be used with the Oryumon that came out in BT 15. With collision, you can clear small bodies or floodgates. That's true. Yeah, you can force a floodgate to run through. That's probably what's really important, actually, or stop something from like an Ukomon from just sitting around and like giving your opponent a bunch of stuff to do. Let's see. So yeah, we'll have to reserve judgment, but I guess this is useful for the Oryumon. Oryumon? Yeah. And there was one more card, which was the Tamer, who honestly I think he's probably the most lackluster of the 3 that I saw. But we'll take a look really quickly. His name is Kosuke. Kosuke, I couldn't read his last name. Strange family name there. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Did I copy the wrong link? I think I did. No, I shouldn't have. Yeah, Dodo X with Retaliation could be good. I didn't think about that. Gotta take a look at the past cards. But yeah, this is Kosuke. He's looking kind of grown. So he's pretty basic for as far as like the Secret Tamers are concerned so far. So he's like most of the other 4-cost Secret Tamers, where he just gives you 3 memory at the start of every turn. Security play him get to play him, and then on his main effect is like the other Tamers. He can Mind Link with something that's X antibody or Sons of Chaos in this case. And then on both turns he gets Piercing. I think that if I read that right, concept. It's hard. It's so fuzzy. And then Blocker. But I think that's Piercing. Piercing and Blocker. Piercing and Blocker. It doesn't have the ability to restand, though. So you either have to choose offense or defense. You can't get both in this case, right? Unless there's something that would actually unsuspend? Yeah, Piercing seems kind of strange, doesn't it, Alfonso? We'll see. Yeah, I'm hoping that there's more. Let's see if Diginogen put up anything else. This guy actually plays out in Tokyo. I think every time I've seen him fight or play, he uses like control decks. But he's actually really good with them. I know he played Yu-Gi-Oh! In a past life too. So he knows card games. Man, might actually be able to read. Piercing works with collision. I guess that's true. But again, they get to choose the blocker. So if they don't have anything big out, then yeah. I see. Yeah, in that case, yeah, you can force the piercing to work that way. So you keep their board light. That's an idea. Yeah. All right, you got the gears spinning out there, Infinity Alpha. I see you. More than these old gears are, that's for sure, yeah. I don't know if this is a silly question, but if a Digimon with Piercing blocks and kills an opponent's... No, you don't get a security check. There are Digimon that actually have that specific effect you're talking about, but it's not some like one-word keyword. It's like Metal Tyrannomon. Actually, the new... so this guy has it. Metal Tyrannomon. So Inheritance effect, when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, trash the top card. Whether it's blocking or attacking, you can just... trash a card. There's also the new what's it called? Not Terriermon. What is it? Rapidmon. Yeah, this fella right here. So when Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, trash dot. Yeah. So I mean, the effect exists. It's just not in that way. But I will say, if you had this somehow in sources, then that'd be a fantastic move. Because then you'd basically you'd either get it on collision or if you blocked. Alphamon had no access to piercing before. Is that true? Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, there wasn't like an easy way to slot it in. So I guess in this case, but usually with Alphamon, you're just gonna hit security anyway. So and nothing was gonna live. Yeah. Hey, Dads, what's up, man? So yeah, those are the new cards they like revealed like tonight, maybe like 30 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, something like that. So I was hoping there would be more. I was hoping they give us the whole line, but no dice, eh? Let me check Digimon against things one more time. Oh, it's Digi. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Shame. I was hoping we get more, but can't be helped. Dodo effect means it'll survive a security check, most likely, right? If you collide with a... Yeah, the Spyro, the one thing you have to be careful of is that the collision will give all of your opponent's blocker, and then they get to choose. If you could choose, it'd be nice, but they get the choice. So if they have something big on the board, then you're probably gonna die. We'll see. Did we already see the Yugioh support? No, I haven't gone over it yet, but we'll go over it in a bit. You're talking about this card here, right? Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this card. I feel like there have been a lot of cards in BT16 where I think to myself, this seems pretty good, but I don't know how exactly. Like, I need to sit down and actually like meditate on like, okay, what's the current card pool? Like, what are the cards that have been revealed so far? Is this usable? Yeah, they also released Yugioh, or Soul Yugioh and Hell Yugioh as well this afternoon. But we'll get there. So let's do a quick pivot here and take a look at some of the decks that folks were asking about for the meta report today or this week. So, man, I didn't know that so many people out there really like Imperialdramon. Wait, what? So I had a bunch of folks asking about like, hey, can we see an Imperialdramon deck list? And I didn't think he was that popular. The unfortunate part is most of the Imperialdramons that I saw, they didn't show the full deck list. But this is the best I could find that actually shows a full list. This one comes out of Malaysia, and I'm not a big fan of this one. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, congrats to the guy. This is like what we saw last week. Taking a look, I think out of Imperialdramon lists as well, where it feels like it's like the entire toolbox. I want like something. I typically like to make like a deck that's really focused on like one idea. This one feels like it can do anything and everything. It's got a little bit of like everything in there. Again, Mega Death, Giga Death, memory gain off of the Hammer Sparks. Or memory, is it Hammer Spark? I think it is. V Laser or X Laser. I think it's V Laser. It's got a Chaos Mon in there for some reason. I don't understand. I thought maybe you might like do Paladin mode instead, but they go Chaos Mon. There's the fighter modes here, the BT12 fighter modes. That's this guy right here. Kind of hard to see, so fighter. Let's do that. This guy right here. Yeah, so Imperialdramon fighter mode. Is this too small? Let me zoom in a little bit for you folks up there. For the folks in the back row. Is that better? It's a little bit better, I suppose. So yeah, suspend all of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. So this like line focuses on like the source removal, source strip. Then return one with no sources to hand, or actually just return a suspended Digimon to hand. That's kind of nice. And then if you return the Dragon Mode up underneath of him to your hand, then you can return all your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of their decks. That's kind of crazy instead. So instead of hand, you go to the bottom of the deck, and then security attack +1 and blocker +1000 for 2 colors. And then, yeah, hold on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the ace 7. Wow. 3 and 3 on the top on 5s. Oh, sorry, plus the 1 Dinobimon here. What does this Dinobimon even do? Like, I haven't like played Imperialdramon in like 8 months, so I have no idea what anything does anymore. When DNA Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then he gets plus 3000 for the turn. Then this Digimon may attack an opponent's Digimon. Interesting. I have a question. If anybody knows, like the rule gods out there, when you DNA Digivolve, or whenever you Joggers, whichever one you want to call it, the resulting Digimon, is it considered played by an effect? Is it considered, or is it just like a natural like play? Because it's a new instance of a Digimon on board. I would, yeah, okay, no. Because I was wondering, like, does Leviathan just eat that thing up? Like, does Leviathan just eat the, like, Chimeramon alive? It's just a new Digimon. It's not played by an effect. Okay, okay. I'll take your word for it. Old Jambo. He just... Goku just... I'm here. Okay, Marlon. Alright. Considered, I was like, I really, maybe it's I went down the rabbit hole. I'm like, well, it's considered a new instance of a Digimon on the board. Does that consider it being played even though it's Digivolved? And yeah, yeah. All right. Thank you. Yeah, it's got like the 3 Davis tamers, so you can search pretty much anything, and then like just a slew of everything else. Holy crap. We'll see. So I mean, that's it. Like, honestly, I don't know what this deck does. Like, it has everything. And then, so what, there's 8 level 5s. So you have the 1 Zudomon Ace, the Dinobimon, the Imperialdramon, and then Imperialdramon again. There are, like, the ratios look like they make sense. 7 level 6s is a little high, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 level 3s, because I assume they're like hoping to just use like the low cost Stingmon, the 3 cost Stingmon, and then end of turn Jagras. So 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and 10 for level 3s and 4s. I think this one, it said 9. Yeah. It said 9, folks. This is a rather small tournament. I mean, it's locals, right? It's kind of what I expect, yeah. But yeah, I mean, if he won, hands off to you, man. You understand the chaos better than I do, that's for sure. All right, let me take a look at another one here, another shot. Let's see. This one was, I think, a little bit more focused. Hold on. That's not right. How come it's not grabbing my copy the first time I do it? That's so weird. It's happened like for the 4th time in a row tonight. This one's a little bit more focused, I guess. You know what it is? I know what it is. I get it. I know why I'm mad. I get it. I appreciate the fact that people sit there and take the time to like show their deck list like this. I get that. Like, they don't have to do that. But if you're gonna take the time to show off like what your deck actually is and like what the cards are in there, do us all a favor and just order the damn. Why are the level 4s here and then like a level 6 right here, and another level 6 right here, and like level 5s down here? Like, it's bisected by the level 3s here on the right side, like an ace. We've got like options, and just level 3s, level 4s, level 5s, level 6s, options, tamers. That's it. That's all you have to do. Help me, help me. help me, yeah. help me. Help, come on. That's what it is. That's why I'm triggered. Because, like, it's so hard to just, like, follow the line, you know? I'm getting cross-eyed trying to figure out how many level 3s are in the deck, how many level 4s. It's, wow, we haven't seen the Vmon with jamming. It's been a while since I've seen him. Bro just threw it on the table. They'll figure it out. Oh. All right. I'm gonna move on though. So the next one, someone was asking about Alphamon, and a bit of bad news here. I kind of alluded to it before. All right, I definitely pressed Control C, so it should be copied here. If it doesn't copy, I'm gonna be real mad. I definitely. Oh, there we go. Put that on repeat. Yeah, it's not taking it. Why? I have to physically copy on my notepad. That's so dumb. All right, yeah. So this happens too. This kind of sucks. Somebody asked for an Alphamon deck list, and unfortunately, the only Alphamon that won last week. That's the deck list. This is the kind of world that I have to go through. I have to sift through all of this, and it's Alphamon. That's for sure. What's really interesting though is that he very clearly shows he has the Ryudomon and the whatever her name is, the tamer here. I just don't know how they're used or to what capacity. But I for damn sure know that he runs Alphamon. He's even got the Greymon in there. Damn, what does Greymon even do? We need Misao back. You mean Misao? Did Misao fumble the bag? Didn't Misao just like hard fumble at the very last moment? Type it in Misao. Whoops. Greymon. Reveal top 3. Add 1 card with Alphamon and its name to your hand. Also, he searches Alphamon, and then 1x antibody trait under him. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you can, in one play, get the Alphamon in hand and get an Oryumon, potentially. And then trash the rest. Not bad, not bad, not bad. And the end of attack, he pops level or costs 5. Yeah. I mean, I wish I could say more here, but unfortunately, this is all my man gave me to work with. I know that Alphamon's in the deck. He runs Oryu mode, so it's likely a combo deck. And I just want to know, or I'd love to know how he uses the Rudamon. I'd love to know. Any new Numon lists you've seen? Well, Pedro, I'm glad you asked, because that is actually the next list on my, or next deck on my list. Man, ever since they revealed that Chaosmon, you Numemon fans been real different. Y'all real vocal. They got the megaphone now. They're like, all right, I saw my black and yellow king. So now it's still not copying. Why? I found my black and yellow king. Please don't take that out of context. And now it's time to go ham. This one is not. That's a little bit different from the one we saw last week. It runs some kind of weird stuff, in my opinion. So the Gammamons are for draw. Of course, we know the Satsuki Tamer with the Numemon is for when you play the Numemon, you can slot her underneath and you get a free attack immediately. The black-yellow Numemon? Black-yellow Numemon? Did my voice just crack? Let me see. Am I tripping? Oh, there we are. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. There was a Numemon and a Monzaimon from the reboot booster. Reveal top 3. Grab a Monzaimon and a Numemon and its name, add them to your hand. So it's just like draw and then blocker. Is this deck more defensive focused then? It's kind of interesting they would opt to go with blocker here. The Numemon X, they run 4 copies of. Oh, he just lets you play one from hand, right? Yeah. So all turns, all your Numemon or X antibody Digimon. Oh, hold on. While he's got Numemon or X antibody in his traits, alright. Yeah, play Numemon whenever he destroyed. Okay, and then on deletion, same thing, but play from trash. Oh, they're both from trash. Okay, so it's the same effect. You just get the effect all the time. Got it. The Gammamon is sec -1, actually. Oh, that's true. Yeah, on inheritance. So sec -1, blocker, reboot, actually. Yeah, now that I think about it. Reboot jamming off Satsuki is actually pretty cool, so. Huh. And then this one is running the Shin Monzaimon. Let's take a look very quickly. So this is the Monzaimon that gives you plus, or security attack plus, right? I've actually not played this deck very much, so I don't have a good grasp of all the effects. Also, I don't think I've ever run into anybody who's played it in Tokyo. Yeah, so he gives opponents Digimon sec -1 and -3k. This is kind of like the Etamon that got released in BT or EX4? Or EX5, sorry, EX5. So similar to that guy. And then, yeah, on play by putting a Numemon from your trash. It's a source, gain 2 memory. So the deck becomes like, is always kind of cheap. You gain 2 memory in a lot of different ways. And then sec +1 if he has Monzaimon or Numemon. So I'm trying to fit the idea, like all the pieces of this deck together. I'm trying to see how this guy works. Oh wow, the Monzaimon X antibody? Forgot about this guy. If a card with blah 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 Numemon X antibodies in this card sources, you can play Numemon level 3 from your hand without paying a cost. Oh, okay, so it's just another way to play Numemon. And then all turns, whenever you play a Digimon, -2,000 for each of your Digimons of the opponent's turn. That's pretty good. Wow. So if you can go wide with the Numemon by playing them through all the like various effects you have, then you can give something like pretty substantial minus DP. I'm imagining something like 2,000, 4,000, maybe like 6,000. So you'll pop a level 3. Or level 4 in this case. Platinum Numon, we know about. The DigimonTCG is what I want to see. Let's see here. Whoops. Don't add that to the deck. Place all level 3 Digimon face down on top of their owner's security stacks in any order. Then all of your opponent's level 4 or higher Digimon get minus 3,000 and security attack minus 1 until the end of the turn. When attacking, trash a card with Numon in its name in this Digimon's sources and place one of your opponent's Digimon face down at the bottom of the security stack. I remember when this card first came out, I kind of scratched my head like, how is this good? Or good, like good for you? And I guess the on attacking is always good as long as you have like a big stack of Numon, because this deck has like the X antibodies. I guess you can get at least 2. But I don't like the idea of like getting rid of my problems by helping my opponent recover and live longer. That's my only gripe. Unless you're playing playing against Rookie Rush, then I suppose the Digivolving effect is not so bad, because most folks aren't just gonna like raw level 3 on the board and just let it sit there. The when attacking though, I guess is good. I suppose. Oh, he's kind of thick. 13k. Okay, I see you. DigimonTCG. He kind of thick though. What's the Missimon here for? That's a great question. Which one is this? Oh, this is the one to recover cards, and then you gain security. Hold on. How is this? How is this card used in this deck? Yeah, great question. There's like 2 Digipolice cards in this deck. The effect, the plus 2,000, it gives you plus 2,000 by returning 3 cards from the bottom to the top of your deck, but only, yeah, hold on, like you have to send back D-Brigade or Digipolice cards to get the plus 2,000. But this deck runs, yikes. Yikes. Yeah, I guess you could recycle the Satsuki, yeah. I'm trying to see if is there anything else? Because you can't like can you half do the effect? Can you just send 1 back and then not get it? You have to send back 3 at a time, right? I guess it's just a way to get the Numon back as well. So you can like, if a Numon with Satsuki dies, you don't care because you can just attack and then get them back. It has to be 3 though. That's the issue. So this guy doesn't have it. He's a puppet. This guy does have it. No, he's Mollusk X antibody. I'm trying to read the Japanese and like the English is right here staring me in the face. Yeah, the Missimon seems a little weird there. So it's this guy for sure. There's got to be a Monzaimon out there somewhere, right? Nope, he's Puppet X antibody. The Platinum Numon definitely isn't. He's just mutant. The Gammamon is definitely not. Yeah, I think it's just those 2. We'll see. Yeah, I'm okay with the DigimonTCG. I don't think this deck tries to win with a level 6. It doesn't seem like the basic mid-range style deck where you build up to your level 6, get big effects, and then win the game. It's more like I have 1,000 Numon and they're always going to come back. I guess maybe he felt like he was running out of tempo too quickly with the Numon here, so he's like, all right, I got to find a way to get them back, and this is the only way he could think of. So, I mean, I guess if like that's your game plan, that's your game plan. But what about this Monzaimon? Is this guy? No, I already looked at him. He's not. Shoot. Like, I want one of these Digimon to be Digipolice so badly. Yeah, I assume that this strategy just goes really aggressive with the Numon. Because, right, the Platinum Numon here gets your memory back unless you play Numon. These basically have jamming, so your opponent has to kill them. Or security check option card, but that's pretty rare nowadays. And I guess the Missimon is just to recycle them if they do end up dying. Lots of X antibodies. I wonder what the X... because like anything with an X antibody can... Okay, they get the effect. Alright. Shinmonzaimon is Chaos Degrade. Yeah, that's true. It's also the kind of removal that not a lot of things can actually stop. So some things like, hey, can't be deleted by effects, or can't be sent back to hand or deck, or whatever, or can't be destroyed by battle, but this is just like, hey, go to security. So I guess it's, you pay for the flexibility in this case by having like a bit of a weaker level 6, but it's an on-attack effect, so it's not all bad. I've been trying to make Shinmonzai work for a couple weeks now, but it still sucks until Numon X. Yeah, this little fella here. Is this guy any good? The Black King Numamon? He's uncommon, so I imagine he was a little bit better than a common card, but I haven't seen anybody run this guy. Man, them teeth looking rough. God dang. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. From among them, add 1 Monzaimon. Oh, it's just search. And play 1 Digimon with Numamon in its name without paying its cost. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. That's good if you can run into security and then just die immediately, because then you can play Numamon. It's kind of so-so. My man looking like me after I had been to the dentist for like 7 years. I came to Japan and before then I hadn't gone to the dentist all of college, and then like 3 years while I was here, and then I finally went to the dentist because one of my coworkers' husband was a dentist and he spoke English. And he was like, I opened my mouth and he just looked in and goes, that palpable sigh. You're like, oh, this is not good. He was like, you have 7 cavities. I'm like, oh, sorry, sir. He goes, it's fine. Your insurance will pay for it, and your insurance will pay me, so it's all good. But yeah, I mean, I get the idea. I think we kind of figured out what the deck wants to do, right? It either searches for Numamon or just plays Numamon and then recycles them with the Missimon. I did have 7 cavities. They weren't big. They were all small ones. Like, I just get a filling and they were done. No root canals or anything like that. But yeah, luckily, they weren't doing surgery on my mouth. Thank God. Black King can play a Platinum? Can he? There wasn't a level restriction on him? Oh shit, he can. Card with Numamon in its name. That's pretty funny, actually. Hold on. So what? You get to your black... the issue is, I guess, he's kind of expensive. 3 costs. Hope he dies in security, and then run in the security swing. Get the Platinum Numamon out, and... trash a card, gain 2 memory. That's pretty easy. This might be a way that he also pulls back or gets Numamon into the trash, the Digipolice card into the trash, like the Digipolice Numamon. So maybe a way he could do that is by just playing him. And then, yeah. He doesn't have Rush, though, so he's got to hold off for the turn. I kind of wish this card got an alt art. TBH. Kind of wish he had an alt. I kind of like this art anyway. So, who drew this? Porose. But yeah, that's Numamon. The last one I want to take a look at though is gonna be Gammamon, and man, you want to talk about a hard deck to play? I'm talking 3D trigonometry and calculus at the same time. Why? Is something wrong with Windows' new notepad? Am I tripping? So you guys saw not Numon, but Gammamon got a new card yesterday. I got so faked out. I was so mad. It felt like the nastiest bait and switch. Cause like in the morning, everyone sees Hagurumon X antibody, so you're thinking, okay, cool. Maybe we finally get some more Chaosdramon cards, because I think the Seeker stuff also has Chaosdramon in there. Like we've gotten Marvin Jackson and we got the Airdramon, so like it feels like there should be like a Chaosdramon or a Machine Dramon coming. So I'm like, all right, that means Hagurumon in the morning, level 6 in the evening, baby. And then 6 p.m. rolls around here in Japan, and then they release this. I'm like, what the hell? I cannot be the only person who got baited out like that. I got Bushi Gammamon, Zenmetsumon. Good name though, Zenmetsu. That's pretty cool. But outside of that, I was tight. I was very tight. Is it Zetsu? Zametsumon, yeah. Is he just Demon support? Digivolve 1 is kind of cool. And then delete level cost 3. That's not so cool. Cost 6, please. And then both turns, same as all the other Gammamon cards. Give me all the Gammamon effects. I don't know. He should have been Machinedramon. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But let's see. Going back to actual Gammamon here. Gammamon, I feel like it's a deck I can like talk about, but it's so hard to pilot this deck. It's so hard to pilot this deck. Even with like the new Bokomon and the new Gammamon, the purple ones are so good. But like the Bokomon is actually insane. You want to talk about just what the deck needed? He's like on play, like look at top 4, grab a Gammamon card with Gammamon in his text, and then all turns, whenever Gammamon will be removed from the field, you can just remove the Bokomon instead, so he's like a decoy for Gammamon, except better because it's any effect that would remove him from the battle area. So really nice. He's kind of like the Bokomon for hybrids too, right? So kind of filling that similar niche. And then the Gammamon here, the purple one, oh my god. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I expect typing in Gammamon and not seeing like 47 cards. Let me filter these a little bit. No stamps. Card Talk if you're watching, buddy. Why is this always set when you search cards? Does anybody actually want to see the stamped card? Is that a thing? I have no interest. I always just want to see the normal ones, but that's just me. Maybe I'm the minority. But this guy, yeah, when something else is deleted once per turn, you can just Digivolve him. This includes on your opponent's turn, so if they kill another Gammamon on board, then you can just Digivolve this guy into like a Gullus Gammamon or something like that without paying its cost. It's almost like it's like an ace, but not. It's all the good points of an ace being able to Digivolve in your opponent's turn without the overflow effect. And then the creme de la creme, the piece de resistance is the inheritance effect, where whenever he dies, you just play Hero Tamer from your hand without paying the cost. Love to see it. Love to see it. None of those whack, if you don't have a Tamer of X name in play, play that Tamer now. It's like, just play the Tamer whatever, dog. If you got 14 in play, play one more. Not this guy. Not Battle Gammamon. If you don't have a blah, 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 cut all this out. I don't want the bad parts. Just give me, play one Hero Amano card from your hand. You forgot you think they forgot? Wait, was Zametsumon an actual Digimon in Ghost Game? Did he actually exist? I kind of assumed at this point they were just kind of making up Gammamon cards. Like this guy right here, Bombermon? I just assumed he was made up, bro. They're like, you know what? He needed another line. We gotta fill out the rest of the colors here. Bombermon it is. I don't know. I didn't know that Bombermon nor Zametsumon actually existed. Also, I'm just saying, Fumamon not being purple is kind of a missed opportunity. Let's see, back to the actual deck, though. So he runs, of course, 4 of those, 3 of the Bokomons for safety, 4 of the Search Gammamon here, only 1 of the plus 2,000 Gammamon. That's kind of crazy. Figure you want a little bit more of him, but I guess he's relying on the Tamers in this case. And then, yeah, Solarmon, a.k.a. Red Psychemon, because I'm sick of people reducing play costs. Apocalypmon, or what's his name? Anubismon. Then he runs 1 copy of the Blitz Battle Gammamon. The Blitz Battle Gammamon is alright. The only problem here is he only comes from red. You gotta be really careful when you play this guy. If you're not just slotting him up under sources, because if you come from the purple, it's not possible, right? He was one of those cards that came out before the whole new rule box for evolutions was introduced to the game, so he's got to hold that. Gullus Gammamon's here, the other Gullus Gammamon. This is an interesting split. The level 5s. Also, shout out to this guy. No, never mind. I take it back. I was gonna say he actually ordered his cards, and then suddenly the level 5s over here and over here as well, or level 4s over here and level 5s over here. Never mind. I take it back. I take it back. Card gamers can't count. He also runs 2 copies of the Piercing, Wising Gammamon. Was that blocker? I forget which one it is. Blocker. So double blockers. And then the level 5s, he goes for a 2-3-3 split. Let's see here. So he goes 2 Cannon Weiss. This is the Cannon Weiss that can warp from Gammamon for 3 cost. So he can go from Gammamon and skip to level 4 and go straight to level 5 for 3, which is not bad. But I mean, it's Gammamon. Like, you kind of want more source cards. So if you don't have, or you have less sources, then you're technically missing out on a source if you do it that way. But I guess if you need to build high fast, that's one way to do it. Then the Regulusmon here, I typically see folks only using the Regulusmon Ace because he's so nice. But this guy's running the older Regulusmon as well. Why would you? Let's see here. Yeah, by trashing 1 card with Gammamon, it's text in your hand. He gains, one of your Digimon gets on deletion delete when your opponent's Digimon at the lowest level until the end of the turn. So they have to basically let him stick around or they wind up dying as well. I guess it's... One of your Digimon... I guess if you put this on a Bokomon, it's actually pretty good, because then you guarantee the Regulusmon surviving, unless they have 2 ways to destroy during a turn. Maybe that's the idea. So, they get your Bokomon down, and then you go into Regulusmon here to maybe finish off a turn. That's a lot of memory, though, damn. Maybe you have a level 4, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend I know what the board looks like. And then you put this on Bokomon, and then so if Bokomon... If they try to delete Regulusmon and Bokomon ends up getting killed, then you just pop their lowest level Digimon. I guess, yeah. This guy's definitely playing 4D chess with this deck. And then, yeah, he's got the 3-3 split on the level 6s, and then, of course, 1 Proximamon. Interesting, he runs the 4 good hero tamers that lets you slot cards up underneath, and he's the 3-cost one. This guy right here? Nope. Yeah. So you draw 1 every turn. You can put something up under the sources, and you get plus 2,000 whenever it digivolves. And then the other one he runs, the 4-cost one, is like the one that most folks used to use back in the day, just as a really good generic buff my Digimon card. But he's also a 3-memory setter, so. Zametsuman looks like, yeah, I kind of felt the same way, Apso. Like, I was kind of surprised that was part of the Gammamon line, because he looks nothing like Gammamon. Like, Gammamon is a dinosaur. Zametsuman, nah, bro. Is it not Zametsuman in English? Oh, I guess he's not there yet, huh? Am I tripping? I guess they haven't put him on the site yet. That makes sense. Yeah, he doesn't look like a dinosaur at all. He looks like a dolphin or like a fish. Am I tripping? Where in the evolution line do we get this guy from? What period is he from? Because it ain't Jurassic, that's for sure. So yeah, that's Gammamon. I'm very envious of Gammamon players. I wish I had as many brain cells as you folks did. KD, I wish I were as smart as you. I wish I had the brain power that you have during matches, because I play Gammamon and I'm like, all right, we're on time. Hold on a second. Let me just let me get one more move in. Turn 3, by the way. There's just so many effects and like so many stuff you have to like think about and balance, and I want to make a really focused like Gammamon deck on like one thing, but they tend to not do so well, so can't be helped. I have my Gammamon deck, but it is collecting dust right now. All right, so those were the decks that folks were asking about. Oh, Raphael, my man, ooh. You got here late, big dog. That was the first thing we talked about. The Dorugamon, and Kosuke Tamer they just revealed. Speaking of reveals, though, they did give us good old Diginogen. Shout out to that guy again. We got some really good info about Secret Crisis. Oh my, I'm gonna flip my table. Just copy the link and then paste it. Why does it have to take 2 copies every single time? Am I going insane? This didn't happen last week. Didn't happen the week before either. So I'm gonna spare you guys the moon runes on your screen if you don't read Japanese. But so apparently some of the info for Secret Crisis was leaked. So this tweet was talking about how they're gonna bring back or give support to a lot of the like main character tamers. So I'm assuming that means like Matt, Ty, maybe Marcus, it seems like. And then alongside that, we're gonna get ace cards for level 7s for the first time in the game, which honestly is terrifying to think about. And I hope that those level 7 ace cards are like 10 cost and like overflow 5. Because they said they were gonna give like traditionally strong level 7s ace versions, so things like Omegamon and Shine Greymon burst mode. And I'm assuming that if they decide to do Shine Greymon burst mode, we have a chance of seeing something like Rosemon burst mode ace or Ravemon burst mode ace, which would be insane. I too, like all you good hold on, I made the poll earlier today. What's your favorite purple deck release in 2023? Let's check it out. View channel. I know you folks said Ravemon number 1. Let's see it. Jesus Christ, Ravemon getting his back broken in the jowls of Fenrir-Lugamon. Never mind, I take it back. But anyway, maybe we get a Ravemon burst mode because I need to see these numbers change. I need to see Ravemon with the 43% and Fenrir-Lugamon with the 16%. That's rough. Y'all really don't like Ravemon like that? Bagra Army I can understand, but Ravemon, come on. Everybody loved Yatagarasu. Also, by the way, if you oh yeah, Bagra used to be sick. By the way, if you haven't voted in any of these, I've been putting up polls over the past couple of days for a video I'm going to do later next month, where we take a look at like all like the it's kind of like a end of the year award show where we take a look like people's favorite decks or like effects, things like that happened over the course of the year. So I did a poll, for example, like what was the best new effect they released this year? Ace and Raid, surprisingly, I didn't think a lot of folks liked Raid, but colored me surprised. And Yellow, Shine Greymon, of course. This one is, I wonder if there's a way I can see the exact number of votes, because Blue Flare and 043 have been neck and neck the entire time. And then, yeah, War Greymon. People complained. Remember back when people complained that every deck was War Greymon? War Greymon had like an every color deck. But now, like, I love him. War Greymon, my favorite. Greymon card game, the best game. But yeah, if you haven't, take a look at my channel and take a look at the community tab, and you can vote in those as well. Make sure to do so before I stop and close the votes. I still have like 3 more days worth of stuff to vote on, so keep your eyes peeled for that as well. But anyway, back to Secret Crisis. Back to Secret Crisis. So in the pictures he shows Gammamon, but I'm not sure why, because they don't mention Gammamon. I don't know. Yeah, the original. We just got the release date, which is March 29th, so end of March, which kind of makes sense. That's what that lines up pretty well. But yeah, I'm not sure why he put this guy here. What is this? Ancient Greymon? Is that this guy? And then Gammamon Crimson mode. I'm not sure why he put those, but maybe those will also get ace cards as well. Some of these are like, some of his posts are like a little bit like vague, or maybe could be a little bit misleading. So gotta be really careful here. But to follow up on that news, more info regarding Secret Crisis. Oh my god, it actually worked. So not only will the good guys be getting ace cards, but the bad guys will also be getting ace cards. And alongside them is going to be Diaboromon and Eosmon and Minoa Bellucci. They said Minoa Bellucci, which is kind of wild because I don't think I have 25 Eosmons anymore, which is really sad because if they charge $1 for each Eosmon card, I'm screwed, y'all. I'm screwed. I gotta reach deep into the pockets for that. I learned my lesson and I kept 25 Venmons and I kept 25 Searcher cards, but I don't have 25 Eosmons anymore, which is kind of problematic. So we can expect the good guys to get aces, the bad guys to get aces. They also mentioned, I think, Armageddon. If you guys remember this fella. Is it? Or is it Armageddon? Oh, it's Armageddon in English. Okay. I think it's Armageddon in Japanese, so it looks like he might be getting an ace card as well, which is horrifying. But yeah, honestly, it's just nice for Diaboromon to be getting like some actual support after so long. Holy crap. They also mentioned that the Seekers and the Seekers, I guess, cards or lines will be getting or will be reaching their climax. So I'm assuming the story is going to be wrapping up around then. But they said we could look forward to more support for Fender Lugamon, Chaosdramon, and Kazuchimon. And I really hope that they don't like wait to put the Machinedramon in BT17 as well. I would really like to see a Machinedramon sooner rather than later, to be honest. I thought about this. I really was thinking about this. Kazuchimon's cool. Also, I love the idea. It's like the design of this thing right here. But I don't think there's much of a reason to play. If you like Machinedramon, like EX1 Machinedramon, I don't think there's much of a reason to play him over something like Greymon. Because Greymon kind of does the same thing, but faster and better. So he has level 3 to come up from, lots of search ability. He has lots of ways to gain memory for free off of the Agumon, off of the training cards, off of a memory boost, off of, what do you call it? The Cool Boys if you run those. And he kind of, with Greymon X Antibody, he kind of has the same effect where when he would die, I guess maybe Machinedramon is a little bit wider, but whenever your Greymon would die, you just throw away 2 sources and he just doesn't die. Of course, they have to be the same level, but they're pretty similar to Machinedramon in this cases. So I was like really thinking about like why am I still trying to build a Machinedramon deck when Greymon kind of does what I need him to? Greymon does what I want him to better. I don't know. Changed my mind. It's fine if you don't want to talk about it, but any advice for EX5 English players prepping for Nats? If you're preparing for a really competitive tournament for EX5, make sure you have lots of level 3s or floodgates that stop players from reducing costs. Become very familiar with the Apocally matchup, no matter what deck you run. Become very familiar with the Anubismon matchup, and become very familiar with Garurumon and Beelstar. Assuming that Garurumon doesn't get touched, you have to contend with Garurumon potentially running Beelstar in their deck, or just running a hard Beelstarmon. Because the Garuru engine is so flexible, it can be used in one of 5 purple decks, that is being Garurumon, Beelstar, Leviamon, Anubismon, and Apoclymon. The Apoclymon nerfs were useful. They did matter, but the deck it was nerfed from like top 1 to like top 1. So it's not as strong as it was before, but it is still very strong. They didn't blow its kneecaps out. Yeah, so like no purple, because that's where most of the meta revolves right now. Yeah, that's probably the best advice I can give you, assuming they don't touch the ban list. Assuming. It's just, I'm still so surprised that they were so adamant in hitting Greymon X Antibody. It's insane to me how similar these cards are. Like Greymon X Antibody, limited to 1. Garurumon X Antibody, let it rock. That's so crazy to me. These cards are so similar in function. It's being used in Anubismon. I'm sorry, not Anubismon. My bad. I guess you could run it in Anubismon, but you're right. I'm so sorry. I misspoke here. So Anubismon typically doesn't run the Garurumon package, but it can. Normally they run the Ogremon, not Demi-Meramon. What's the level 5? Blue Meramon? I don't know what I expected here. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, this guy, Blue Meramon, because he has everything you want, right? Gain memory when you play by an effect, retaliation, and draw 2, drop 1, or drop 2. You think it'll be limited before Nats? Well, we'll see. We will see. But yeah, I'm still shocked that they did not touch Garurumon X. I guess it was too early. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, just become very familiar with purple, and if you're going to run a Pokemon, you need to think about specifically the text for the mirror. That's going to be really big because you can expect a lot of other folks to run a Pokemon, assuming nothing changes. And while a Pokemon does have like really good matchups against a lot of decks out there, the mirror can be very difficult. It can be pretty challenging. It's a very like planning heavy game. Things like Piedmon, things like Deathclaws, like tech to get rid of like 2 Psychemon in a single turn. Yeah, all that stuff. Also, it'll be interesting to see how Ukomon develops. I think that like the wild card right now for a lot of people is Ukomon. It seems like he is way better than we thought initially. So yeah, we'll have to see how he ends up. I've seen him get experimented on a lot. A friend of mine got second place at like a really big team tournament. She used Red Hybrid with Ukomon in there. Of course, we saw the rookie rushes the past 2 weeks with Ukomon. But yeah, Big Ukomon is also coming too, which is, whew. What does Ukomon do? Sure, let's take a look. So Ukomon is the card that came out from the movie, and to my knowledge, as far as Japan's concerned, the only way to get this card is to go see the movie or go to the local events and hope to pull him from packs from the local events. So once per turn, when one of your Digimon moves from the breeding area to the battle area, you can gain a memory. And you can hatch a Digimon and then gain a memory. So he keeps tempo every single turn. There is no more downtime. Like every single turn, something new can come out. And then on top of that, some people are running the Ryui Tamer, who kind of does the same thing, but oh, that's not the right one. Hold on. Sorry. Here we go. This is the guy we're talking about. He's also given away in the movie packs as well as locals. And he kind of does the same thing, except he allows you to physically move a Digimon from raising to, from raising to the battle area. So imagine you played an Ukomon and you still had memory left over. You could just play, you could Digivolve in raising and then play a Ryui Tamer and then just pull that Digimon out immediately. And then you would gain a memory as well, so he basically reduces his own cost. And that Digimon can't attack, so yeah, Ukomon does a lot, it seems like, to speed up the game and make aggro decks a bit more viable than they have been in the past. Because Rookie Rush, when, like, I remember BT with 1.5, BT, 1, where Rookie Rush was kind of all over the place. And, what was that after? Yeah, I think that was pretty early on. And, yeah, really helps that again. Yeah, with 1 Hammer Spark and those cards, you can attack turn 1. Is that true? 1 Hammer Spark puts you at 1 memory. You Digivolve in raising. You play Rui for 3. Assuming that the card you pull out is Ukomon, you would get 2 back. Oh yeah, I guess so. Dang, that's kind of cool. What? +1. Ukomon, Rui for 3. You go to what? -2. and then gain 1 for... Okay, yeah, you could attack first turn. Wow. Ukamon and Blue Flare is really good for card draw. Shady Water, I believe you, buddy. I believe you. Rookie Rush looks really fun, but is it good enough to compete competitively consistently? So Zach, I guess the way I can answer this is that a lot of the Rookie Rush decks right now are entirely Floodgates. So not only does Ukamon work out pretty well, but because like literally all the Digimon in those decks are Floodgates for the most part, it actually really hurts the other decks if they get the Floodgate that you don't like. There's a bit, I think, of luck to it, but it's really annoying once like the one that you don't want to see comes down. Because well, like every deck like has one like memory or one Floodgate they don't want to see, and when the entire deck is Floodgates, it's like, well, okay. It's like Floodgates plus like security bombs. Gabumon Ukomon. Ooh, that sounds nasty. Is it Nats just up to EX5, so no Apocalypse? Oh, is that true? Oh, I'm sorry. If it's just up to EX5, then you can disregard everything I said up until Anubismon. Anubismon will still be really good. I think in that case, you don't have to worry about Leviamon either. I think Leviamon's still a little too slow in EX5. Yeah, if it's up to EX5, then just be really, really well-versed in either playing Anubis or fighting against Anubis. Starting to get into Digimon, so I'm learning a lot. Oh, thanks, man. I'm glad you are. That's all I want. The first Rookie Rush deck that I won a tournament, people didn't see that it was in a 3v3 format, so I'm not sure how it does 1-on-1. I fought against it, and I will say, like, there are some really bad matchups that they can run into. So, for example, if they run into yellow, that's pretty much GG's. Yeah, like, if an opponent plays an Anjouwon Ace, you kind of just get assed out, because Anjouwon Ace will recover. If once you hit 3 memory or 3 security or less, she'll just recover every single time, or every first time they lose a security on any turn. So it basically nullifies one of your attacks from Rookie Rush, and because there's so many ways for them to DP minus, like it's really hard to keep a board. Like I fought a guy 2 weeks ago, and I ended up getting 2 Anjouwon Aces down, and he was like, "Shit," and I just won the next turn. I was like, "I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry." All right. Oh yeah, where was I? Oh, we were talking about Seekers. Yeah. Before I was so off-tracked. So we were talking about Secret Crisis, and they said that in Secret Crisis, that's the point where Seekers is going to reach its climax. So we can kind of expect the Seekers, I guess, visual novel to be wrapping up, and we're going to get Chaosdramon, Kazuchimon, and Finnelugamon support. Please make Machine Dramon good again. And then the last thing they mention here is probably the most exciting thing, and also the part of these tweets that I was the most unsure about, because I read really deep into this, and I was like, I can't tell if he's being a fanboy here or if he's saying that this is a true thing. So they mentioned that the game will finally have a special win condition. That's what this is saying here. So if I'm reading this tweet like super literally, it's like the point that they mentioned for Secret Crisis is that the game is going to have its first like special win condition. Even though in the next line he's like, Apocalypse is already kind of that. So I don't know if you could call this the first special win condition. So what it'll be, I assume, like an Exodia, like an auto win. Yeah. But yeah, he's joking. He's like, Apocalypse is kind of that. And then he's like, the strongest Diaboromon is going to like appear. I don't know if he's saying that's like a fact that they mentioned in the leaks, or if that's him hoping that it's Diaboromon focused. And I don't know if it's his opinion or if it's the actual like leaked information. Hey Vice, man, thanks, big dog. I appreciate you. The cameraman was doing work at that event. He was with us from like 8 in the morning till 9 p.m. at night. That guy's a trooper. He even got Obama bear crawling for whatever reason. But I know it's gonna show up in my video. I'm gonna be so tight. Like, why is Obama bear crawling in my wedding video? But yeah, going back to the Secret Crisis stuff, I don't know if he's saying that Diaboromon like Ace is going to be that new card, or if he's just saying that like maybe the strongest Diaboromon will appear. I don't know. I don't know if this is like, if this part from here is from him, or if it's from the actual like announcement or leak, because the second line sounds like his opinion. It sounds like a joke he's making. Yeah, that Jams. If I see this guy, I probably won't see him this week, but if I see him next week, I can ask. But yeah, people were like, Exodia Boromon, let's go! I think they said specifically Diaboromon gets the win con. Really? Because if it was from this tweet, this is the only source that I know of. If you know of another one, let me know. And who is they? But yeah, hopefully it's Diaboromon, because I held on to all my Diaboromon stuff, and I believe. Fingers crossed. I don't know. I was thinking about what it actually could be. If there was a Diaboromon win specific effect, like do this Diaboromon and you win the game, what would it be? Like get X amount of tokens on board, or put X amount of Diaboromon tokens on your opponent's side of the board, or something? I don't know. Like I can't imagine what the actual like. You have to get like enough Diaboromon tokens in your hand. I don't know. Start a timer like the movie. Jay Zaku, that's actually a Pokemon, man. You get that's turn countdown is actually a Pokemon. You guys, Pokemon hits the field. The turn count is at 3. Like that's that already exists. I'm sorry to tell you, that already exists in the game. Yeah, Dabs. I thought it was like Destiny War 2, where like you have like D I is I, right? Diaboromon, D-I-A. But what in that case it's what, 7 letters? Yeah. You need emails from children to stop him. Oof. Wasn't that guy here locals last week? Yeah, the cops took him out. We're not gonna see him for a while. I'm not gonna see him for a long time. He's only playing online now from the penitentiary. Too many kid emails. He got flagged. Thanks, Bandai. It would be the clock from the movie. I don't. Did I ever even see the movie? Do I even know that reference? No, I don't. No. People assume that I name. What is the name in Japanese? How many characters? Diaboro. It's just 4. I guess if you consider Mon, it's 6, but Diaboromon. Yeah, it's 6. I guess that's enough, right? That works out. And then, but it doesn't work out in English, so maybe it's not related to like Destiny board stuff. So rip in peace. Yeah, like I can't imagine what it would be. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be cool though, and it's not busted. That's all I hope. I think a lot of people have been really worried about the power creep in the game recently. And because it seems like with the new battle director we have, or I assume the new battle director we have, these past couple sets, like there's been a clear power increase in every single set. And I think maybe they like went a little bit too far with the Pokemon. And so I don't mind the power creep. I just don't want there to be like one deck that just completely stomps everything else out, you know? If you have 0 security for X turns, yellow players eating that shit up. I just like if there's a nice healthy meta where like X deck beats X deck, X deck beats X deck, then I'm cool with that. Like at least give me a triangle. But like the singular like a Pokemon point is kind of rough. And also don't make it purple. Please God, don't make it purple. I'll cry. I'm sick of purple. I used to love purple, but now I hate it. Let me see. See, that's all the Secret Crisis stuff. That'll be an interesting set. I'm kind of also hoping that this is one of those sets that's mostly focused on just like giving everything a little bit of support. Excuse me. Bandai's been doing a really good job recently with every single set that they've come out with recently. They've done something to like buff up older decks, which is pretty cool. So, what was it when EX5 dropped? Oh, we're in BT15. I'm tripping. When BT15 drops, what was it? So, like, you could actually use some of the Dark Masters cards to actually end up like playing Megazoo again, which is a nice little change of pace. So Omnimon Megazoo exists again. They threw the birds some support. I don't know if it was enough. This card is hella good though, Garudamon. I need to test him in Red Hybrid because he seems like the perfect Red Hybrid card. Whoops, should have clicked off there. They gave, it wasn't great. I'll admit it wasn't great, but it's kind of nice to see like more Shoutmon stuff to let them know that, hey, we know that Crossheart exists still. Maybe next set we'll get some more Hunter support. That's a deck I haven't seen in a long time. On a side note, I only learned this last night when I was playing against my friend Javi. I didn't know Leviamon X Antibody. His effect doesn't only extend to Leviamon. I thought I only had to be worried about Leviamon hitting the board, and then like X would come out. It's any Digimon with an X Antibody card in its sources. So if they just like drop a, where's he at? Like a Warusidramon or a Takomon from EX5 that has an X Antibody option card up underneath it, you just get Leviamon X. Like, bro, what? For free, by the way. It's a zero cost card. That's insane to me. I was like, let me read that? For real? Are you tripping? Yeah, it's a Dragomon, not Takomon. So, yeah, like you, and because he forces them to play a card by an effect, you go Dagomon X Antibody, or you go like level 4 X Antibody, go into Dragomon. They are forced to play something, you get to play something, and then you immediately drop, or you Digivolve into your Leviamon X. That, I was blind, so I was like, wait, that's how it works? For real, for real? And then 7th Lightning also pops. So you've got this going off. You've got, where's he at? Whoa, you've got the Leviamon X or one of your Digimon with X. That's crazy. And he's Sec +2, bro. Why? Oh yeah, they also, Deep Paladin. They also buffed up the Grace Nova stuff, which honestly was actually a nice change of pace because I was mauling over Grace Nova not being that great. I barely even tried the deck though, so I'm not really one to talk. Let's see here. Did they give anything else support in 15? Also, this card was a mistake. Holy crap. My first, Tuesday night, my local, when I played the plant guy, when I was using my yellow vaccine deck, the first game I won because I kind of high rolled, but we played like the BL3 and I lost the long set. But man, like giving him even one memory when plants like get started up, it's like they get like 5 to 7 memory for free in a turn. It's like they play the Palmon, start of your turn, they rest one of your Digimon with the Palmon X Antibody, and then they gain the 2 memory from the Palmon effect that they gave it, and then they go to 3, and then it's like, it just starts. You're like, God dang it. We need Black War Greymon support again? Nah, we good. I'm still tight over it last night when I thought that Black War Greymon player had War Greymon Ace, and he just like, nah, I don't run that card. I was so mad. I was so tight. I was like, I could have won this game on like turn 4, and here I am like turn 8, and I just lost. Do they use the option to recover the Mimi? No. They just use Togemon to play Mimi for free, and I cried. Did the Tentomon support ever make an impact? Competitively, not so much. I will say, Tentomon is a fantastic card and like the whole deck honestly is a fantastic deck if you're just getting into the Digimon card game. I think it's really easy to get kind of like lost in the sauce of effects at the point the game is at right now, just because like so many things can happen, and then of course like you get to choose the ordering. There's no like set ordering that cards have to resolve or like actually activate or whatever. And in all of that chaos, it's just nice to have a deck that has a really simple effect that's also very strong. I think of, if you guys have played Yu-Gi-Oh at all, I kind of think of Tentomon as like the Monarchs, where Tentomon has a pretty simple effect, but it's like really powerful, and it kind of just like, it's so blanketly easy that it's super easy to apply at all times. Like, he either buffs stuff up, rests something, or is like indestructible by effects, or like untouchable by effects. Those are the only three things you need to understand. Like the fact that he can rest stuff, buff stuff, and then rest. When he rests, basically he becomes invulnerable or untargetable, and that's it. Like for someone who's new to the game, it's such an easy deck to pick up, play, and learn like the actual flow of the game, so that they can later like transition into another deck that they want to play. Yeah, it's a shame too because I really like the deck. I played it for about 2 weeks before I had to go on hiatus for wedding stuff, but. It's just because Apocalymon is so powerful, it's hard to consistently get to 1500 DP or more every single turn, and because of that, even if you can redirect Digimon into your Tentomon or Kabuterimon or what have you, they can kill it if they get to like 15,000 or more. You need some like really specific cards in hand to actually reach 15k. Excuse me. Why am I so burpy? Hopefully they'll get like some extra antibody stuff. Insects, yeah. Something I heard about recently. One body in Bloom started on one memory, then ended on 6 bodies plus cores. God damn, really? That sounds like green math to me. I got really tight because they played Quartzmon and like rested all my stuff, and I found a way to take it out, and then the following turn they played Quantumon. I was like, God dang it. How did this happen? I like take down one tower and like they build another one up immediately. And Quantumon is annoying because I had the merciful mode in my hand, like Omnimon merciful mode, but he kept calling Digimon, so I had no way to actually like target him with the Digimon effect to destroy him, and so I just kind of had to hold that for the whole game. Wow, people really hate Hidden Potential Discovered. That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know people hated that card so much until I looked at the West scene for just a little bit. Y'all had some choice words for that card. Holy crap. Oh, I don't have to figure out my bitrate anymore. Thank God. Saw an OTK using all those cards. Now I can't find the video on Twitter anymore. Rip in peace. Rosemon Tribal is what I'm most excited for in BT15. Do I still have the profile here? Oh, yeah, this is really funny. People always ask me about deck lists, but I never want to share a list until like I feel like I've gotten like the list that I like. But if you go to the Digimon card app, all my deck lists are just like here public. You can just go into I think like the community, or is it decks? I think it's decks, and most of my decks are they start with like the set they're in and then like what the deck is. So like that's like it's so easy to find all my stuff before I actually release it. We need to see you versus Obama on a love stream. Yeah, I would love if Obama would play the game again. He told me that I'm gonna come back once I get back from the States. I'm gonna get back into it, and then I'm like, you know what? I could prod him, but I'm not going to. If he wants to get back into it, I'm gonna let him do it. It's got to be his decision. Ooh. All right. Yeah. Speaking of decks, though, I've been trying to figure out a Terriermon deck. I don't know, man. I'm trying. I don't like this deck at all, actually. I think I murdered this. Went to this to 4. Here. I killed these. I'm trying to find like a really solid like Rapidmon or like Gargomon deck, and it's kind of tough. There's a lot of threats out there. This is what I've been worrying or messing with right now. 3, 3, 4, 4, 2, 4. Mimi. Willis? I always want to say Wilson. I'm still missing cards though. 4, 2, 4, 4. I think I just dropped in a couple of trainings. Am I tripping? Training? Oh, here we go. Just pop those in. Or maybe 3, 4? It's hard to say. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out a deck that I like for these guys. I don't even know if I want to use this guy. Henry Wong? I honestly might just go with more Willis's. It's hard to say. Like, this is the deck. This is like my pet project this week. Trying to figure out like a good Tentomon list that's not just like the base starter deck or base advanced deck. Yeah, Paladin, I think Grace Nova is a good idea. I just hopefully the new cards help it out a little bit, because I was kind of sad when they first got released and didn't really make a big impact. Because it looks like on paper, it's like, damn, it looks strong. You just like Digivolve in your one line, like you just move cards around all the time, and then end of the turn, if they go stupid dummy with some crazy ass play, you're just like, hey, Grace Nova, hold that shit. No Henry and Susie? Nah, I'm not a big fan. What are your thoughts about the first alt win con being given to Digimon? Flash Pancake. I want to know what it's gonna be, man. Like, and if it's not like deck stomping like a Pokemon is, I'm all for it. Like, I'm cool with there being like an alternate like win condition for the game, as long as it's not super easy to achieve and doesn't like completely just stomp out decks from existence. I'm cool with like having good matchups, but like if like 80% of decks just can't compete, it's like, well, cool, a Pokemon V2, you know. Coming from an OG Alliance player, yeah, the fact that you had to pull the Lopmon or Terriermon from your hand kind of hurts, because then you're always just kind of like burning through Lopmon, and sometimes if something on your board dies, you don't have another one in raising, so you have to be careful. Like, if you spend them here, you can't spend them in raising, and then like if your board gets wiped and you have nothing, and it's just, yeah, it's a hard balance game. That was the issue that I had playing it. Do you think we're gonna cycle with all the not affected by Digimon effects so that they can eventually print cards that negate those immunities? Ooh, Shin, you asking them hard Yu-Gi-Oh questions right there, man. You asking some real hard questions. I've been thinking about the recent like ramping up of effects, and it feels like their goal is to never give a Digimon complete immunity. They either have to spend some resources to keep it, or they're immune to X effect. Only X effect. And I'm kind of okay with that, but I don't think that they're going to advance beyond that. I think what we might end up seeing are effects that are once per turn and only once per turn. Like the true once per turn effects. Because, like, for example, right now, if you were to... where's he at? Wendigomon? I think that's his name, yeah. So there's this really neat interaction where if you have a Wendigomon on the board and you have a Lopmon, so let's say you have a Lopmon and a Terriermon on the board. So Terriermon's here, Lopmon is here, right? And you have your Lopmon, you say, okay, I'm going to use my Lopmon to give my Terriermon Alliance. Cool. And then you Digivolve this Terriermon into Wendigomon. Wendigomon can kill the Lopmon. Lopmon will go to the trash, and then because Wendigomon's effect says if you destroy your own Digimon, you can bring one back from the trash. That's level 3 or lower, or just level 3, I guess, in this case. Then you can bring the same Lopmon back. And to my knowledge, I asked about this, and I was told that this is possible in the game. Because this Lopmon is a new instance of a Digimon on the board, he can come back and give your Wendigomon Alliance again. And in the game, if you have double Alliance, I actually read the rules, you can double Alliance. So it's not just like, it doesn't just like only one time. It's like you can swing for 3 and then add 2 Digimon's DP to that attack. So yeah, that's, I feel like we might be hitting the, we're starting to see the ability for Digimon's effects to be like once per turn, but destroyed and then come back and you get the effect again. That's, yeah. Yeah, complete immunity is not something I'm a big fan of. I want there to be like, the good thing about Digimon is like everything is tied to resource. I mean, at the base level, it's just memory, right? But it feels like even with cards that do have immunity, things like Ragnamon or yeah, Ragnamon's a great example actually, or like Greymon, where if they want to not die, they have to spin 2 source cards. The source cards are so nice. Yeah, multiple alliances is an actual thing. I actually asked about this. Is like, is this truly a thing that can happen? They're like, yeah, that's no problem. Actually, I did a quick, where is it at? Give me 1 second. For folks who are interested, if you'd like, I posted up, I don't know how useful it is, but I posted up the rules or the translated Q&A for, I gotta find it again. I actually translated the Q&A updated rules for the Terriermon deck list or advanced deck. ST17. Share. I posted up a few folks want it, but yeah, there's some interesting stuff around this. I guess I can show it off as well. The only thing I need to do is, it should be Wendigomon. Whoops. There you go. So I put up all the translated rules for Double Typhoon, and yeah, this is some pretty cool stuff. So if Lopmon gives a Digimon Alliance that already has Alliance, can that Digimon use Alliance twice in one attack? Yes, it is possible. Like, hard once per turn should be a Yugioh thing where there's no resource other than your own hand. Yeah, did Yu-Gi-Oh's Rush Duel actually help with, I guess, the original Yu-Gi-Oh problem? I don't know. So Alliance only works with one Digimon? Well, you need to have a real good talk with Cardass, because they seem like they don't believe that. Rush doesn't exist outside of JP. Oh, is that true? I didn't know that. Oh, shit. Really? Rush is JP exclusive. There's sometimes at convenience stores, or like, I guess your guys' equivalent of grocery stores, there's they sell Yu-Gi-Oh packs, and I saw them before they sold Pokemon packs, which like were gone in like a day. I saw them sell actual Yu-Gi-Oh packs that were gone in a day, and they have Rush Duel packs, and those Rush Duel packs have been there for like 2-3 weeks at this point. Nobody wants them shits. Duel Links has a Rush mode. Oh, I guess that's the same thing then. Yeah, it's just virtual rather than physical. Yeah, I never even gave it a chance. I didn't try it. I think right now the only I could play, I have a Pokemon deck, I have a Shadowverse Evolve deck, and I have a Digimon deck. I kind of want to play One Piece a little bit, like just dip my toe in, but no time. I've got way too much other stuff going on. Maybe after the new year. Diabell Star, I don't even know what that is. My man's speaking gibberish to me right now. Were there any other, I forgot if there were any other good effects that they talk about here. If I play Wendigomon and my opponent has no level 3 Digimon, do I have to destroy one of my own Digimon? Yeah, that's true. You have to do that. Wendigomon's effect is like, you have to destroy a card, and if it's one of your own, you can bring something back. But it's forced, so delete one level 3 to load Digimon. There's no may. If you use this card to destroy your own Alphamon or Terriermon, can you play that destroyed card from the trash using this card's effect? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so they're just saying, like the example that I just talked about, like if I use Wendigomon to destroy a Alphamon, can I bring the same Alphamon back? Yes. Whoops. Can you rest a mix of one Digimon and one Tamer with the Mega Gargomon Ace's effect? Yeah, you can. He says you can rest up to 2 cards, I think it is, Digimon or Tamer. You can rest one of both. The bank can afford to play more than one physical card game at a time. Here's a thing, and I think that no card game player is willing to admit this. I might be crazy. I might actually be out of my mind. And maybe this is just a Japan-centric thing, and you guys can correct me if that's the case. Every card game player says that their game, at least to my knowledge, everyone says that their game is actually, like, surprisingly cheap to play. Like, if you talk to Digimon players, like, Digimon, pretty cheap game to get into. But when I went to play Pokemon, I built like Tord Rekalev's Worlds deck for like $60, maybe even less. Probably less, actually. Like, outside of like a few cards, specifically those what was it? Like some of oh god, what's Sir Knight in English? God, what's Gardevoir? I think it was pretty cheap to build. I feel like every player says that their game is cheap to play. And they just assume that everything else is just dumb expensive. And it's just, every game is kind of cheap to play. Not Magic? Oof. Oh, hold on. I mean, I have a friend who actually plays Magic. I ran into him on the street the other day. Let me close that up. Is Magic the Gathering an expensive hobby? They already filled it in for me. In short, Magic the Gathering at high level for collectors can be an expensive hobby. YouTube videos, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. This is what I really want to know. Thank you, Reddit. Hey, Seldom, thanks, big dog. Much appreciated. I'm actually just glad to have some free time again, man. All that planning was killing me. Too much wedding planning. Is Magic expensive? Hey, everyone. So I've always known about Magic, but I've just recently, last night, let me zoom in a little bit for you folks. I've always known about Magic, but have just recently last night started looking into it. I've always appreciated strategic games, and Magic is appealing because of the deck building aspect. Now I know I can buy starter packs and play with basic decks for fun, but I know that I'm not that kind of person. When I get into a hobby, used to play Warhammer, I analyze everything and will try to optimize my deck. So he's a sweat. You could just say it, man. It's fine. So my question is, how much of a money sink is it to get into Magic with the expectation of learning the game and becoming competitive? I understand that any hobby costs money, but I'm just looking to get a ballpark range, to be honest. To build a few competitive decks would I be looking at a few $100s or upwards? Oh, that's a weird sentence. Okay, what I'm looking at a few $100s, upwards of $1,000. Is any game that expensive? Hey, Drake's folks, what's up, man? And thanks in advance for any replies. Let's see here. You can play Magic very, very cheap with your friends, but sooner. Okay, I almost got baited by this. I was like, all right, Magic's a cheap game. All right, see, direct contradiction right here. But sooner or later, there will be an arms race that will end with an expensive addiction. Do it. The build-up for this sentence is like, hey, I get whiplash like 3 times. Hey, it's super cheap to get into, but actually sometimes you're gonna be broke and have to worry about like how you're gonna pay rent. Do that shit. Like every time you expect the sentence to go one way, it goes the other way. This is exactly what happened with me and my friends. First, I started with my friend's incredibly powerful green ramp deck using formats. How do you ramp in Magic? What does that even mean? Using format all-stars like Vulpine, don't even know the card. The only way I could win is by upgrading my mono white life gain deck, which led to more packs and more money. Ah, the good old days, back when $2 was a lot to spend on a Magic card. Dang. kitchen table magic is very cheap. That sentence out of context is insane. That sentence out of context is like an episode of Breaking Bad. Jesse, wake up, we gotta cook. My swamp thing ain't gonna make itself. Lands are expensive? Really? I feel like those would be like the cheapest cards. Formats like Legacy, Vintage, Modern can be expensive. Commander can be expensive too. I have no idea what any of those are. I'm so sorry. You're speaking another language and I know like 1.5. We had 2 new Commander players in our locals. Magic will cost you a good 5 or 6 months rent. God damn. Also, what city are we in paying rent, and how big, like, square footage is the place? Because that might make a difference. All right, Flaccid Pancake. Take care, man. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had fun, big dog. I see people complain about the price of Digimon metadecks, and it blows my mind. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I guess... maybe... I try to think about it and, like, take a step back and say, is it just my anecdotal evidence, and it's just, like, me looking at Japan prices, but wow, this game is super cheap. Or maybe it just might be the case that all card games in Japan are just inherently cheaper than they are abroad. Or is it the actual case that the games are cheaper? I don't know. I'd like to alt out all the... Okay, there are some expensive decks in Digimon. We can all... It's a safe space. There's no Pokemon players here. There's no Yu-Gi-Oh players here. There are some expensive decks in Digimon. Let's keep it a buck, yeah. Wolf Force Vidramon, pretty expensive. Getting a full set of every training card, kind of rough. And when they... I feel especially bad for you West folks, because if my memory's correct, I bought a full set of all the training cards for like $60. I think that was the case. And I think you guys could only get them from buying a box, which I know is like one box, probably like $50. What is the most expensive deck in Digimon? And it is over 1K. Zachary, I think the answer to that is Royal Knight's full alt arts, which definitely exists. It's about 10 euros for right now for a playset of training. It's not that bad actually. Wow, that's actually really good. That's like way cheaper than Japan. I think at their current price, like you can probably get a full set of training cards for about $20, $15. I'm trying to think of the exchange rate, because right now the yen is worthless. I wish I could pay 60 for a playset of all that. I mean, that's the move, man. Move to Japan. Pay a couple $1,000, uproot your life, move to a foreign country where you don't speak the language. $60 on them trading cards though. That's what's up. Alt art vaccine deck is pretty pricey too. That's true. Yeah, if you go full like secret rares and alt arts for like for everything, yeah, especially considering you have the option of like super upgrading to the alt art chase cards for all the Digidestin's ace cards. So I'm shocked at how well the trading cards are holding value. I am not. Those cards are insane, bro. It's like the Memory Boost V2. I've been seeing 7,000 for the cheaper training sets. That's crazy, Dabs. I don't know where you at, man, but they are scamming you. Top tier modern Magic the Gathering is more than 1K. No alt arts, no special cards, just base. That's crazy. Seriously? Nobody else says that. Back in the day, we paid 4 GG. This must be some sort of... Oh, my man is speaking in, like... fraction. Wait, what? Hey, man, back in my day, we paid 4 GG and only got a 6/4. No abilities. Oh, I see. I'm assuming 4 is some sort of land, like 4 and 2 greens, and you got a 6/4 with nothing. That doesn't tell me anything. I'm sorry, man. Next thing you know, you're cracking a Lotus and casting Demonic Tutor for Yugioh's Will. Yeah, gibberish. Lotus I know, but everything else I don't know. Didn't expect so many replies. Yeah, I'm just going to assume that... Oh, I could read. No, I'm not going to do that. I was hoping for like a really simple answer, but I don't feel like I got that. I guess maybe the simplest answer is probably the first one, where it's like, hey, Some decks are expensive, but you can probably just do what you need to. But do that shit anyway. I'm also Yugioh. DF has talked to me about playing Vanguard a lot, and I'm not really interested in Vanguard, but man, I hear people on Twitter complain about the prices for that game in the West. They say it's expensive. And I'm kind of surprised to hear that, considering I thought they just like us revamp the game. This is all like fuzzy hearsay. I don't know if this is true or not, but I thought they redid the game or something like that, or like reset the game or something. I don't know. Moving to Japan sounds fun. I would have trouble understanding specific cultural nuances. Yeah, Seldon, that's the thing. You never really get over that. These comments are 8 years old. That's a good point. Yeah, you make fair point. Yeah, you know what? You might be spitting with that. Is there a more recent 2023? How expensive of a hobby is Magic? This is exactly what we're looking for. A few years back, I got some Magic cards from a friend. Oh my god, I used to have some crazy stuff. Oh my god, is that Majin Obama? Obama. Hold on. Everybody chat, chill for a second. Obama, my man. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm proud of you. Let's have a conversation right here. I'm proud of you, big dog. Be a gentleman, all right? Be a gentleman. Be a gentleman. I know. I'm proud of you. Good stuff. I'm proud of you. Don't you question mark me. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't even front. You have done nothing yet. I know. Right here, eye to eye. Like the Goofy movie, right here. Step 1, complete. Don't go to Cubase, though. Don't fuck around, show up in a 3-piece tux with a hat and your fedora, your patented fedora. Don't do that shit. I'm proud of you, though. All right. Now, what were we talking about before I had to dap up my homeboy there? Bushiroad rebooted their game twice. A lot of players opted out after it. Oof. Yeah, if they rebooted the game and all my stuff was rendered useless, I'd be pretty mad. Wait, someone really made a video breaking down the prices of games? That's kind of good. That's good content. Magic were 2 to 500 for a meta deck, lowest rarity. Jesus Christ. Jesus. 2 to 5? Bro. Just buy a PlayStation. Shit. Good Lord. $500? You gotta really like Magic, though. Like, really like Magic. Hasbro is fleecing y'all, man. That's crazy. Every time I tune into, what's that guy? The Professor? Every time I tune in his stuff, I feel like he's never happy. Like, I just don't know what to say for that guy. It's like he went all in on Magic, and I feel like every time I see a video, it's like, let me tell you why this shit is a scam. And you know whose fault it is? Hasbro. I don't know. Flesh and Blood can get super expensive too. That game is actually here in Japan. I've seen a couple places actually sell packs for it, but I'm good. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, that'd be a good. I'm trying to think. Maybe I should look. I wonder how expensive Magic is in Japan. Because I actually played Magic as a kid. I played most stuff as a kid. I played Pokemon. I played a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh. Not a little. I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. That's cap. Before they like were banning cards that were just obviously broken, like Butterfly Dagger Elma on my Gear Free the Iron Knight. Let me just get them infinite spell tokens because I can. I played Magic for a bit. Well, I played Magic in like high school for like maybe like 2 years, 2 semesters maybe. I don't even know. It wasn't that long though. And then I stopped everything and started back playing Digimon. But yeah, it's funny because I think DF, Different Fight, was the one who got me into Digimon. I saw the card packs. I picked up a starter deck, and he's like, "Actually, I have a deck, and I'll play you." And like we played like Japanese to English, and he stomped my ass because I had like the starter deck, and he had like, I think he was running. What was he running at the time? Was it Ragnalord? I think he was running Ragnalord. Legends of Runeterra? Bro, Shadowverse definitely exists. That's crazy. Duel Masters seems cheap. Duel Masters is old, isn't it? Is it still? Are they still running that game? I guess so. Wow. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know if this is an official site or not. Oh, what's up, English? What's up? This is not an official site. That is... What the fuck am I looking at? That's horrifying. Duel Masters? Really? Damn. Duel Masters staying relevant when Yu-Gi-Oh couldn't? Yikes. Oh, this is an online client, I guess. Duel Master plays? I feel like I'm not finding what I want to find. Do they have an online client for it too? Duel Masters trading card game. Oh, that's not bad. 20 minutes. As of December 26th, the English sets of Duel Masters... You lied to me! Oh, never mind. Literally next sentence. My bad. Read. Read East. However, in 2012, Wizards of the Coast relaunched... Hold on, I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. However, as of December 2006, the English sets of Duel Masters were discontinued by Wizards of the Coast due to weak sales, and was hosted by Takara Tomy in Japan for the brief time. I don't know what that means. However, in June 12th, Wizards of the Coast relaunched Duel Masters under a new franchise named Kaijuro Rise of the Duel Masters. That doesn't make sense either. Based on the existing Duel Masters brand, Kaijuro featured an online game, trading card game, and a television series. Is this the one that everybody thinks of then? And not this one? In 2014, the company announced they would stop production of the paper version of the game in the United States. Y'all all lied to me. What's up, Rango? Y'all all lied to me. Active super going. Dead game, bro. Actually dead game. This is from 2014, retrieved 2021. Rip in peace. I was hoping to find like the... Oh, wait, was that site actually the official website? This site's so ass. OCG is the only one left. I'm doing good, man. Just hanging out, It's been a good week. Finally got back to actually go to locals again. Got the worst luck of my life last night. Multiple times. But, you know, it be like that. How do I, like, events and campaigns? Oh, wait. This site is just, like, everything. How to make decks. Teach people how to make decks. Oh, this is their official stuff? Oh, okay. This is like, wow. What the fuck is this? What is that? My man's got his tongue. Well, Duel Masters players into some weird stuff, man. What is my man doing here? Why is his face like that? I gotta say, the Japanese like thumbnail meta is garbage, bro. This looks like a pop-up you would pop-ups you would encounter on the web in like 2009 when you go into questionable sites. This shit is awful. What is some advice for someone going to their first locals? I would say don't worry about how you play. Just make as many friends as you can. And you'll probably come out big dub. Big dub. If you're like really competitive, don't focus. Still don't focus on that. You have plenty of time to like get better. Just focus on like making friends and meeting people. Don't be weird. Don't be cringy. Don't be edgy. Just be like, be yourself. Unless you're weird, cringy, or edgy, then don't be yourself. Be the opposite of what you normally are. Nah, bro. These thumbnails are like the rainbow kanji, like random dude on the right side, like random shit on the top, like hot meet, like hot single locals in your area. What is this shit? Japanese media design is super different from Western design. Yeah, I live that shit every day of my life. Trust me, I know. Like just jarring ass colors, like purple on green. Look, yeah. Am I allowed? Are you allowed to watch other YouTube videos while you're streaming on YouTube? Is that allowed? Is that a thing? If my channel gets ripped, then it's your guys' fault. Whose room is this in? This looks like it's in somebody's room. First time locals scream Agumon Shinka every time you Evo. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Cyberfile is trying to get you locked up and dragged out of the store. It's kicking and screaming. Gotta do that intro like East. I have no intro. What's going on, folks? What up, tamers? I'm just trying to learn about Duel Masters real quick. I really respect this guy. You gotta be a special kind of person to rock suspenders plus hoodie combo, but he definitely kills it. He definitely rocks that. He got that shit on for real though. Oh, be yourself unless you're weird or cringy, then don't be yourself goes crazy, alright? So I'll put that in the quote book. I kind of want to just see how the game looks. Yeah, I'm out. Whoa, my God, bro. Text? Homie, text? Choose two of it. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm out. Was Duel Masters the first game to do security? Is that true? Epic Chinkin Lincoln, your guess is as good as mine, man. No idea. No idea. Essentials be his existential crisis followed by small joke, the meta report. Facts. He's shit, they're on to me. They're on to me. Why am I having a meltdown on the 7th take? Let's get into the meta report. What up? Oh. A lot of folks, I guess before I finish up, I guess a lot of folks were asking about my Victory Greymon deck. It's not really anything crazy. It's like mostly just Greymon, but with a couple of additions. Those additions are, first of course, the one that I talked about, Victory Greymon. The problem that I was running into with a lot of matchups is that with Greymon right now, the only way to get rid of that Greymon gets rid of stuff is by running into them, with the exception of like Omnimon or War Greymon X Antibody. You have to punch whatever you want to kill on the board, and because right now so many things can't be killed by battle, that's not effective. Additionally, I cannot, even though I have protection, my opponents can typically put out enough removal so that they get through all of my protection immediately or within a single turn. Anubismon. So I'm like, I need to find a way so that I can A, kill things without punching them, and B, I need a way to stop dying to Anubismon whenever he just drops 4 cards on a turn. So I said, is there any like Greymon card out there that actually just like destroys by effects? And there's like Alterous Mode, which is whatever, but I need to kill on my opponent's turn. I need to kill Digimon on my opponent's turn. And the only thing that I found was Victory Greymon here. That I thought was decent was Victory Greymon. So he's got the super nice effect where like on Digivolve, you can like delete something. And for the more Digimon they have, the more you can delete. Basically, the stronger the Digimon you can delete. which means I can go into a Victory Greymon and immediately just delete Anubismon. I don't have to worry about like the Saberdramons or the Dobermon X antibodies getting in the way by blocking the attack. I can just outright kill him. Additionally, I can just wipe out a Garurumon as well. I don't have to worry about like Garurumon or his stupid inheritance effect that would save him a million times over every single turn because they're always going to have cards in the trash. I just delete him. Additionally, whenever something's deleted, I just get the all turns effect and delete their highest cost Digimon on the board, which is fantastic because this works out in a way where with Victory Greymon, if I drop him and they have an Anubismon on board, I can just delete like either one of the Retaliation Digimon or the Mervamon, and then I immediately just delete the Anubismon as well. So I get rid of my problem and one of his like developed boards immediately. And then on my opponent's turn, Victory Greymon doesn't like the all turns effect doesn't seem that useful until you have or you pair him with Greymon X antibody. And I don't mean the good one, I mean the original one. X, nope. I don't know how they do the X antibody. So this one right here. As long as I have multiple sources, every time they try to kill the first time they try to kill my Victory Greymon, they're losing something immediately. And it's going to be the strongest thing on board. So not only will their Retaliation Digimon just die, they'll also lose their Anubismon or whatever other big Digimon they have on the board. So Victory Greymon in this case is kind of an answer to Anubismon and like Garurumon, which so many purple decks are running right now. Do you use blocker to proc his all turn? Yeah, exactly, Shady Water. So I just use the Tie Tamer and yeah, I can block and then I have the ability to just wipe boards and he can hold the board for another turn while I like try to bring something out or I go into raising. And I said, well, what if there's a case where I need to get something out and I don't want to lose tempo and I want to destroy something? The other option that I had was, I don't run many of these, I only run like one, no, not War Greymon. Skull Greymon. I actually run one copy of the Skull Greymon from BT14. I think this card is not bad. I might be tripping, I might be crazy, and I might replace him. I don't know, but if there's ever a case where I need to just destroy something and I have my Victory Greymon up, I can just go into Skull Greymon and then kill Skull Greymon and then immediately kill something else. And then he lets me drop an Agumon and it also has Rush for the turn. So that's one way that I can keep tempo. Also, it's nice because you can always just ditch Agumon that's a searcher, like the Search Agumon from BT12, and then just immediately play him and just get a free search. And it has Rush, so yeah, it's not bad. So that's what I'm testing right now. I've got like one of these in there, and then I'm just testing it. I don't think this is gonna stick though. But the Metal Greymon Ace, here we are. So I don't particularly like the overflow, and right now I haven't found a good reason to keep this card in the deck. But I've just held on to it just to see how it works, and so that's what I'm like kind of testing out this week. Maybe there's a time where I want to like just pop a 6K. Did I use it earlier this week? I think I did last night. But what was it? What did I use it on? Oh, I think I used it on my I used it on Javi's Garurumon X antibody. So I popped his 6K and then he immediately killed it the next turn and overflowed. So yeah, the issue is if they have anything that just like outright destroys the Digimon, and he was playing Leviamon, so he definitely has the Rostrum in hand or the Crushing Bite. I Digivolved into this to kill his Garurumon. He was like, that's cool. So now that I have like 2 memory or whatever, I'm just gonna play Was it Biting Crush? Something like that? Yeah. Because I'm just going to play this card, Biting Crush, and I'll kill your Metal Greymon, and then, even though this card is 8 cost, Overflow, baby. Back down to normal memory levels. Is it good for popping other level 5s? To protect yourself from being aced? I don't really worry so much about the aces, because here's the thing. Typically, if I'm swinging with in a Garurumon, or not Garu, if I'm swinging with a War Greymon, if I'm swinging in a Greymon deck, it's probably going to be War Greymon, and there are very few cards that can kill a War Greymon from Ace. There are some that can be really annoying. For example, who was it? Where Garurumon Ace is actually kind of annoying because he prevents me from suspending. So even if I go into War Greymon and that has Raid, and I can unsuspend whenever I change my attack target, I can't rest again because of the Where Garurumon. So in that sense, I could use him. You could use Victor Greymon instead to just wipe the level 4 off the board. But yeah, outside of that, I don't really know what else. Maybe to stop a Zudomon Ace from like pulling my sources, in case I don't want to lose like a Greymon source that has like the Greymon X antibody. How many aces do I run? Just one. I'm just testing it out. For the 5s, I think it's like 3-3 split on Metal Greymon and then Metal Greymon X antibody, and then 2 of these 2 cards here. So 1 Metal Ace and then 1 Skull Greymon. Victory Gray is Victor Greymon is nearly the same as Leviamon. Like if you take a look at his effect, pop a 6,000 or less for every Digimon your opponent has, add 2,000 to the maximum DP based effect you can delete, and then all turns pop the highest cost Digimon on board. And if we take a look at good old the Gator, old Gator boy here, then if you have equal or high number of Digimon Tamers in play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level, then delete one of your Digimons with the lowest level. It's like Leviamon proto form. So yeah. It's also just something like a lot of people just don't expect. I played it against a guy last night, and I would have won, but I fumbled the game at the very last moment. I did a search, and I pulled War Greymon from BT14, who can Digivolve off a Agumon, and I also pulled Omnimon. And I took the War Greymon because I feel like they were kind of the same. I should have just taken the Omnimon. That was on me though, because he ended up playing Garuru Cannon out of left field. I was like, okay. I put down I had 2 Agumon on the board, and I played I have Victory Greymon down as well. And he ended up using Beelstar to kill the Victory Greymon. He used 2 Beelstars to kill Victory Greymon because he got past the protection. And then he Garuru Cannoned into my board. I was like, what is this card? Like, who is running this? Is it not called Garuru Cannon? Where is it at? Blue option? Am I tripping? Yeah. Oh, Supreme Cannon. I'm sorry. Yeah, that sucks. I was like, that's insane. Who is running this card? Can you effectively mix Beelzemon and Leviamon? Ooh, whelmed. My mans. Check the most recent meta report. That's all I'm gonna say. Some cool stuff that got showed off there. There's some really neat stuff you can do with like the Beelzemon engine and Leviamon. But yeah, it's been an interesting little experiment. I'm gonna try it out for maybe another week or so, and then if I like it, I'll make a deck profile for it. But yeah, it's a little expensive at 4 costs, but honestly, with how much I can like reduce my Digivolve costs and how cheap the deck can be as far as Digivolving with the chain, it's fine. It really is. I'm running the thing I'm worried about right now, or considering, is the don't mean that. I mean like Beelzemon is the focus with Leviamon as the tech. Yes, actually. Leviamon itself is not that useful, but Leviamon X antibody is. So I talked about this when the stream started, but you can put a couple copies of 7th Lightning in your deck, and you can also run whoops. Those are options. Okay, here we go. Run a couple copies of Leviamon. Never mind. This is kind of hard. Yeah, I guess if it's a tech, it's fine, because you're kind of assuming your opponent's going to play the Digimon instead of you. You don't have a way to actually get to force the effect on your opponent, but if you discard a Leviamon into the trash and later on you have an X antibody, and the deck does run X antibody because like there's an entire X antibody line for them. You can wait for your opponent to, if they do play like a Anubismon, if they play Digimon by an effect, you can just immediately go from your X antibody level 5, or your level 5 with an X antibody option card in its sources, into Leviamon immediately. Are the Gammamon wins in Japan from 4-man tournaments or something more substantial like 8 to 20 turnout? I think most I've seen is like 11 recently. Keep in mind, like, substantially sized tournaments don't typically, what you guys in the West would consider like substantially sized tournaments, probably don't happen very often. They're outside of like regionals and probably like weekend, what do I even call them? Like community tournaments, like ones that are not officially Bandai, like organized by the community, are probably the biggest tournaments you're going to get. But those are upwards of like, those like 100-man tournaments. The weekdays, those where most of the locals are happening, those like card shops aren't big in Japan. Just there's not a lot of space. So you're typically going to see like 16-man tournaments for the most part. Like if that, like if you're 16 or less, just because, yeah. It's rare to find a space that like can accommodate that many people in Japan. Whereas like on the weekends, the events are like at actual like event centers or places that can accommodate like a huge crowd of people. But man, I feel kind of bad because during the time I was like doing wedding prep, there were so many community events that were happening that were huge. There's so many good ones too. And the people who put them on, they do a lot of work. Those folks are fantastic. Like they put in, like, I don't know how they do this, but every single time there's a community event, there's like a ton of prizes. They go out there. They make like prize mats. They make like prize cards. They make like, just for like signing up and entering and coming to the actual event, you get like these really nice memory counters. Hold on, let me show you. For example, when I go to events in the past, like they give you like a nice little nameplate. It's kind of hard to see, but that's, yeah, maybe it's not so hard to see. Like this is for the one that I got first place with, but my friend basically carried me. It was a team tournament. They gave like in Digimon, this people want to like keep track of who went first and who went second, and so they keep these cards that you can use to like put down in front of your raising area. So this one says that I went first, and this one says that you went second. So you can flip them over depending on which one you are. Like these are all fan-made cards. Like they say, like the illustration is by somebody right there. There's this one here. This is my favorite one. It's the same. It's in the same vein of like who goes first, but it's like Agumon and Gammamon theme. So on this side is Agumon. So I went first, and this is the one that says I went second. And these are just for showing up. Like you don't have to like, you just show up to the event. You've got like full stickers of like artwork done by the folks out there. So like there's the Greymon and like War Greymon and Black War Greymon. They've got this is like my favorite thing I've ever gotten, but there's a Digivice that's a memory counter. So like when you have your memory counter here, you can just like slot it in 4, 5, 3, 2, and then on the other side 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. You can choose the side you want or the color you want. Yeah, so lots of really cool stuff. And they just give that out like for people when people show up. And then on top of that, there's just a ton of prizes. Like they'll take like, I guess, I don't know how to even get them. Like a bunch of like alt art cards and like really high rarity cards. And like top 8 can usually like choose from like those, or you can get like a couple of packs like for free as like a prize. Or you can like, in some cases, I think if you win, you typically like get a box of something. Yeah, there's like the event organizers out here are so amazing. I wanna, one of the things I want to do next year is actually ask one of them if I can do a stream from the event onto either YouTube or Twitch. And the first time I'll do it like in so that they can do it in Japanese, and then after that I want to ask if I can also do a stream in English. So like at one like community event, I would hope to do like an English restream and then like a Japanese restream of the event. That'd be really cool. With like cameras at like 2 tables, so that if games end at one table, I can immediately just hop over to the next table to take a look at what they're playing. That'd be so good. be really fun and really good way to like bridge two communities, because I feel like they don't talk very much, right? English and JP. Yeah, good point, Shady Ward. I could just like do it to both, right? Baby steps. Yeah. All right, folks. I think I gotta get out of here. It's almost my bedtime. It's almost 11 o'clock, and I'm old. I've got to go to boxing tomorrow. Yeah, so it's gonna be a long day. I'm gonna be tired as hell tomorrow night. But yeah, hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys. Well, thank you guys for coming, having a good one, chilling out, and do I have anything I need to plug? I'm thinking. Yeah, if you haven't, do me a favor and vote in the polls. I'd really appreciate it. And also let me know in the comments like why you made your choice. Outside of that, I think that's all I got. Yeah. All right, folks. Yeah, thanks for coming by. Hope you guys had fun, and I guess I'll catch you. Maybe we'll try and make Thursday like a weekly thing. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe I might have a schedule. Anyways, folks, thanks for watching. Catch you the next one.